partners, board members, ladies and gentlemen. I wish to express my appreciation to you all for honoring our invitation. As you can see, your presence here today is not accidental. You are part and parcel of the success we are celebrating as development partners, implementing partners, or regulatory organs in the work we do. We greatly value your contribution. Your Excellency, we sincerely appreciate your presence, notwithstanding the short notice invitation. We equally appreciate all of you, our partners and collaborators, for being here today. We welcome back Father Reverend Olobo, the Chairman Board of Governors, John Paul II Jacent Peace Center, who left everything he was doing and went to Vatican to receive the award on behalf of the center. On our own part, as management and staff, although we do our work quietly with our eyes fixed on our objectives and goals, we felt it is befitting to celebrate this achievement. We therefore organized this ceremony to appreciate the work exhibited by the center as acknowledged by the John Paul II Vatican Foundation. Thank you for being part of this achievement. May God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, our director, Mr. Alfred Avuni. And at this time, I would humbly ask you to invite Reverend Father Leonard CSC, the board chair, for a word.
At this juncture, therefore, now I invite the Chairman Board of Governors, Father Leonard Olobo, who received the award on the behalf of the center. Father, you are most welcome to enlighten us more about the award and to help us understand the essence of this award. Father Olobo, you are most welcome.
Your Excellency the Nuncio, Archbishop Luigi Bianco, the Vicar General, Kampala Archdiocese, Very Reverend Monsignor Charles Kasivante, government officials here present, development partners, board members, distinguished guests. On the behalf of the board, management and staff of John Paul II, Justice and Peace Center Kampala, I want to thank God and all of you for the Premier San Giovanni Paolo II Award. This award is a recognition of our work and achievements in spreading Catholic social teaching and providing concrete assistance to people in need. The prize was established by John Paul II Vatican Foundation and awarded by the appointed jury committee of 13 people. Winning the maiden edition of St. John Paul II Award, I must say, was a surprise to us. We didn't know that our humble work here in Uganda would earn such recognition at the global scene. But at the same time, it was a moment of joy and humility that our local work to transform the structures that in a way deny some section of the society to live a dignified life has been recognized. This maiden award overshadows the challenges we face in our work, and it reaffirmed the dedication and hard work put in by the founders, staff, volunteers, and partners of the center towards the promotion of social justice in Uganda. It is a dream come true. Overall, this maiden edition of St. John Paul II Award is inspiring and a moment of celebration and motivation to continue the important work of the center with greater enthusiasm, determination, and commitment. This award is very significant to us and our work. It reaffirms the intentions and commitment to continue the legacy of Pope John Paul II in the promotion of social justice and the dignity of the human person. I must say that as the world lamented the passing of Pope John Paul II, we wanted as a center his good works in social justice to live on. Therefore, the award is a clear manifestation that our work resonates with his legacy, on which John Paul II Vatican Foundation was established. At the time we envisioned our center, the people in northern Uganda were emerging from 2 decades of war. They underwent immense suffering, killings, rape, cutting of lips, and lacked access to basic services. Generally, Uganda was experiencing wanton violation of human rights, rising economic inequalities, extreme poverty, violence in families and communities, among many others. The pathetic condition in the country compelled us, a group of religious congregations, that is, the Comboni missionaries, the Holy Cross missionaries, Mill Hill missionaries, missionaries of Africa, and the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, to intervene collectively in the socio-economic and political life of Ugandans by establishing an institution dedicated for action against injustice of different ramifications. Thus our motto, faith doing justice. And later on, 2 religious communities joined, the Comboni Missionary Sisters and the Sisters of Our Lady of Africa, Msola. Our work at the center is anchored on economic, political, social, and environmental justice. We promote human rights and good governance, peace buildings, and environmental conservation. With regard to human rights and good governance, the center is involved in enhancing respect for human rights, combating trafficking in persons and modern slavery, promoting democratic practices and citizen participation in decision-making and political processes, and promoting girl-child education. In peace building, we promote peace in families and communities, and empower refugees and host communities for peaceful coexistence. We also promote integrity of creation, ecology, what is today known as the Documents of Laudato Si, through community actions against environmental degradation and climate change. Notwithstanding the humility with which we approach our work over the years, our interventions has yielded several success stories within the activities undertaken at the center. We have managed to influence policies reduce vulnerabilities among victims of trafficking, improve access to social services in critical sector of education and health, in refugee settlements, promote rights of disadvantaged groups and communities, promote civic responsibilities, contribute to environmental conservation, among others. Conclusively, this award provides us with enormous opportunity for visibility, network with other institutions globally in realizing our goal and objective. We envision using the recognition to mobilize the necessary resources and garner support for robust interventions. This is needed because sometimes due to financial constraints, we are unable to implement some of our planned activities. We remain committed to advancing social justice and sustainable development in Uganda. God bless all of you. Father Leonard Olobo, CSC, Chairman, Board, Governors John Paul II, Justice and Peace Center, Kampala.
Thank you so much, Father Leonard Olobo, for articulating the mission, vision, and goals and objectives of this institution, and explain how this center has held the legacy set by St. John Paul II, especially in advancing social justice and uplifting dignity of the human person through all those works that we do with our motto of faith, doing justice, highlighted in human rights and good governance, peace building, environmental conservation, and the rest. So this is a very, very important moment for this institution, and as you heard the prayer of Sister when we started this gathering of this humble institution that has been uplifted, that has been acknowledged globally, humble and doing things quietly, but while upholding the legacy of John Paul and setting our faces on him every day when we work here. So I think this is something that we share with all of us who have gathered here. And at this juncture, we are going to have a tea break. We'll have a tea break, and then we'll get back after 10 minutes. So 10 minutes tea break, and then we get back in here. Thank you so much. I'm Father Barry Apire, a priest working in Gulu, deep there. And I worked with this institution before. Thank you. Okay. So maybe I can bless our tea break. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bless us, O Lord. These are gifts you are about to receive from your goodness to Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Bon appetit. Or please, our tea is just right at the front, that space over there. I know we have ushers, those ladies at the back, ensure that people have the right directions. You're welcome.
was there at the Vatican about this award. And also there is something which might not have featured in his speech. And he may officially share with us here. Apart from the award, he also brought forward a spiritual gift for us here, which I don't want to preempt. Would like to hear it from the host master himself. So Father, you are once more welcome to the podium to let us understand your experience and the spiritual award you have at hand. Thank you, Father.
All right, thank you so much. I will be very brief. We were, as I said, it was a very big surprise to begin with, because it was not something of a competition. And I must say that as a center, we didn't even know that there is the foundation called John Paul II Foundation in the Vatican. But now I know, and I know how those foundations get started. And so we were doing what we thought was the right thing in our own imagination and judgment. But nevertheless, the foundation decided to do their studies. They did their studies beyond what we would imagine. The history of the center, the struggle that the center went through. I must tell you, all those things are in the Vatican. And the stability, which is true, this center almost collapsed twice. That's the truth, and they know that. And they know some of the bold decisions that we had to take. I must say I am the first board chair who is not a major superior. My superior is here, Father Peter. I am not a superior. So they have all those information. And to my brothers and sisters, the missionaries of Africa, I had to make a very hard and bold decision to let Father Nyombe move out of this as the director. Those were very, very difficult decisions. He's a senior priest to me. But anyway, all those informations are there in the Vatican. So they did their studies, they did their research. And by the time they started making phone call, they had concluded everything. They had voted because they made the decision to give a word in February of 2023. The jury that is chaired by the Cardinal in charge of Christian Unity, Cardinal Kurt Koch, then met in October, now finally to vote. It is a 13-member jury made up of cardinals, bishops, academicians, and theologians. So they voted. So by the time they voted us, they knew the center, they knew Father Lobo left and right. There was no more secret, but none of us knew. So by the time the phone call started coming this way, it was just a confirmation. They called the Bishop of Arua, because we have done and we are still doing ministries there. They called the Kampala, they called the Catholic Secretariat. They made a lot of phone calls. And I must say that I have learned one thing. To all of us, wherever we are, you better keep your books clean. This is the truth, and I must say it because you never know. If there was somebody who had said, that would be enough. So they made everything, and the last call now that started coming, that ended up with us, went to Munyonyo. The parish priest of Munyonyo is from Poland. A very big management of the foundation of John Paul II in Rome is managed by the Polish people. So by the time the call went there, it was just now, let's just now talk to the people. And then the call did not come directly to me. the call came to my brother, Father Henry Kajubi, who was asked. I said, no, but the person you want is around. And that was the time of our chapter down here in St. Augustine. And then in the past, on a few meetings, we were busy. When we finished, then I got a call and I didn't have the number. Finally, courtesy demands you call back at least. So I called back. And that was now from the parish priest of Munyonyo. That, yes, this is you. I said, yes, this is me. What do you do? I explained this and that and that. He said, all right, expect a call soon. It didn't last 5 minutes. There was a call from the Vatican. And then, of course, the questions, and then a few answers here and there, and then there was a little silence. Then now interview questions started coming, a lot of theology, a lot of many things. And as far even the invitation, everything came even before the visa had arrived. Okay. So we got the visa, we got everything. So, and officially, my according to the Italian embassy, the visa was not going to be available until October. But somehow luck was on our side. They picked the call, and of course the nuncio was supposed to do the appointment. They asked if they are delaying, should we intervene? Things were getting tough with the embassy. But eventually, of course, things moved, and they asked me to give them 2 weeks out of my assignment back home, which I accepted. Because first I thought maybe the director should be the one to go. They said, no, we want Father Ulobo. So I accepted, boarded the plane, I went. Fiumicino, they were there ready to receive me. And I stayed in the Polish house. Immediately after that, interviews with the media houses started. And these were the things, somehow, I didn't think much about them, but I knew that there would be some questions. So every now and then they would be called, please, you are needed at St. Peter's Square for interviews. Who would go? Where would go? And the climax of the day was 22nd of May. That one I knew. And I left here knowing that I have an appointment to meet the Holy Father. That was not the most easiest things, I must say. But all was set. And so, by 7:20, I was within the vicinity. At 7:25, the Holy Father is wheeled in his meeting place. And in 2 minutes, as soon as he sat at Ulobo, I was taken in. So we shook hands and we sat. We were three. The three is because one of them is the chairman of the board of the foundation in the Vatican, Monsignor Powell. The lady who was with me is also a very important lady. She has 2 roles or 3. One is that she was an ambassador of Uganda to the Holy See for a long time. And then she was also the Prime Minister of Poland for a long time. And 3, she's also one of the benefactors of the foundation. And 4, she's a member of the jury. So that's how the 3 of us sat there, and the chair of the board did the introduction, and then it was my time to talk. So I talked, presented what we do, and the Pope was very attentive listening. After I finished, he spoke some words in English, some in Italian. And we laughed, and he laughed, and it was like, oh, this seemed to be normal conversation, but a little abnormal. But it was good. It was good. And the cardinals, when they said, you, Padre Lobo, the Holy Father must have loved you, gave you too much time, which is very true. So, and I was the first guest in the morning. Then I went home for breakfast. Then the actual award. The actual award happened at 5 p.m. in the Vatican. But you will not go there unless you have the invitation. And there were about 150 people. Cardinal Turkson was in attendance, the Archbishop of Krakow. Cardinal, the one in charge of Christian unity, was there, Cardinal Koch. And the Secretary of State, Cardinal Pietro Parolin. Many bishops, monsignors, diplomats. The Ugandan diplomats were there. His Excellency Stephen Moviro, who is the Ugandan ambassador to the Holy See. He resides in Berlin, but he had to fly in. And then the one of Italy was represented by the head of the mission, Her Excellency Mary Aine. So there were a lot of people, and it was exciting, a little bit of nervous, as I must say, but nevertheless all went very well. A lot of Italian, of course. The three actually who spoke for at length about our work, more than what I must say we know what we do. They spoke, and these were the cardinals. They really spoke at length about our work. And they were very, very happy that indeed, basing on the theology and the messages of the pontificate of now St. John Paul II, our work deserves to receive the first recipient of this award. So we don't know how, but they know. We are number one, and they don't know when they will ever give it again to another group, but everybody was happy with what we have done. Out of the 2 weeks, the following day, I was flown to Poland. I went to Krakow. I went to the home of now St. John Paul II. I went to the parish church where he was baptized. It's just next there. His family home has now become a museum. I went to the sanctuary of St. John Paul II. I went to the sanctuary of St. Faustina, or the Divine Mercy, to a number of Marian shrines in Krakow. I also met what we would call the living history of Pope John Paul II. The cardinal was his personal secretary until he passed on. He was very happy. We laughed about their visit to Uganda in 1993. Thank God I was a youth in that crowd, so it was fun. Then, before I came back, is what I am going to tell you about the spiritual part of it. I felt that it is just not good that we come here on a Monday as the staff, they pray, and then they go to work. We need something more than that. And so I placed in the request, and I must say that I feel we need to develop a little chapel here, which we'll call it St. John Paul II Chapel for prayers and adoration. And I was glad that my request was granted, because the cardinal told me that in Uganda, the only place that has the relics of St. John Paul II is Namugongo. That is by the directives of the Vatican. And now the second place in Uganda that will have the relic is here in this place. And here is the relics. Here is the relics with me. So it's not something here say, it is not something that is on the way coming, but it is here with me. And then they also gave me one card which also has the relics, but this one is for praying for graces through St. John Paul II. So I must say, I think I have grown in spirit. I must say that I think we all need to be there and promote human person, especially the dignity of the human person. That is what I can tell it to you. If you now Google the name of Father Lobo, is there in the Google world and many other stories. And yeah, these things are normal, but they're also a big surprise what has happened for me and for the center. So I thank all of you, and especially for accepting to be, because I landed yesterday and I was worried, will my luggage come? Because now if I don't bring the award, what would the people come to do? And at a time will come when His Excellency the Papal Nuncio will do that for all of you to see. So thank you so much for listening to this part of my stories, but that was the life, and the hospitality was very, very great. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Father Lobo. You have made us now understand the essence and the work you are doing for us. Indeed, as Father was there, I was behind here. We were working together because there were a lot of questions to be answered. And if Father said that he thought I would be the one to go because there are some questions which would be technical. So I was answering from Uganda and giving him what to say. So Father, thank you that you read whatever I said and you responded to them very well. Yeah, indeed, Father even told me, Alfred, you know, this is a full-time job. I said, yeah, it is a full-time job because you don't rest day and night. You are busy being asked questions. And also you must behave in the sense of, Father said it is normal, but it is also abnormal. Because when you are there, the way you walk also, you must be very careful. If you walk anyhow, you may appear ordinary. And yet you must be specific in whatever you do. So Father had I think a life of angelic life where you are guided in a specific way. Father, thank you so much. I would like to recognize the presence of some of our dignitaries here. We have in our midst the Deputy Director of Coptic, Minister of Internal Affairs. You are most welcome. We have the Chief Political Commissioner, Uganda Police Force, Afande Albabo. You are most welcome, Afande. Afande, I would like to say that we had a lot of work to do with the police force. And by that time, Commissioner Antoli Muletera was a deputy in the Department of Community Policing. We did a lot of capacity building, enhancing the professional work of the police force. And we do believe that JP2 will continue helping in professionalization of the police force. By that time, it was not very easy. The police force was always accused of being too violent. And yeah, the name of the police was not so good, but we did our part. And we think that your commissioners were doing very well, and it was appreciated by the police management. Thank you for accepting our invitation. You are most welcome. I would specifically also would like to recognize the presence of Dr. Semakula, who is there. He has been really very instrumental to us. He advises the center from time to time. I would like to recognize the presence of Pastor, I've forgotten the name is, maybe he will tell us. This pastor is all the way from Nigeria. He works with the World Student Council Forum. So he's in Uganda here for a mission to see how they could partner with John Paul and the rest of the partners in Uganda. Pastor, you are most welcome. I would like to recognize the presence of the Director of Caritas Switzerland, Mr. Conan. I would like also to of Duncan. Duncan is the representative of IODA. So Duncan, I think, is the country director now. Yeah, just resembling a country director. Yeah. So Duncan, you are most welcome. I would from Makerere University. Doctor, you are most welcome. Indeed, Dr. Vire was supposed to come with the dean for faculty, the director of now at the peak of Uganda Matter celebration. Dr. Susie had to go and meet Mama Nyerere because she wanted to see the president now. So they have gone to see the president with Mama Nyerere. She was supposed to be with us here. She sends her apology to all of you. I would like also to send the apology of the State Minister for Foreign Affairs. He said that he had urgent commitment. He couldn't be with us today. I would like also to recognize the presence of Board of Governors who are here. Can you stand that people our guests can see you, Board of Governors for John Paul? Yes, Sister, Father Peter, Father Vincent, and then Sister Roberta, who have worked with you for so long. Sometimes, you know, when you don't put on this other type of habit, for us to think you're a lay person. Yeah, Sister is a board member from the Masola. So all our guests, you are most welcome. If I have not recognized you, maybe we shall recognize you at a later time. But I have to recognize my parish priest, Father Kaja, Emil Hill Missionary. We have a small church here which is called Open Roof Church. That's where we pray with the Father Kaja. Father Kaja, you are most welcome. Thank you. I recognize the director of Lay Apostolate, Father Frederick, representing the Lay Apostolate Department at the Catholic Secretariat. Finally, I would like to give the apology of the Secretary General who was supposed to be with us today, Archbishop-elect, on the Namugongo matters. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Director, for introducing some of these important guests who are amidst us. And at this juncture, I would love to invite the representative of the Archbishop of Kampala, Most Reverend Senior, to have a word with us.
Thank you, MC. Your Excellency, the Apostolic Nuncio to Uganda, Archbishop Luigi Bianco, the government officials here present, the Chairman of the Board of Governors of John Paul II Justice and Peace Center, Father Leonard Olopo, and the members of the board, the director of this center, Mr. Alfred Vunyi, priests and religious here present, invited guests, and all of you, dear people of God. It is a joy for me to be here to represent His Grace, the Archbishop of Kampala, the Most Reverend Paul Semogerere, who due to prior commitment has not been able to be here at the official reception of the John Paul II Foundation Vatican Award. However, he sends his greeting and he's happy that this event is taking place. He also sends his greetings. This award is a true testament to the legacy of of our beloved Pope St. John Paul II, whose tireless dedication to faith, peace, and justice continue to inspire us all. The John Paul II Vatican Foundation Award is a prestigious honor given to individuals who have demonstrated exceptional dedication to promoting the values and teachings of Pope St. John Paul II, as Father Lobo has very well articulated for us what is entailed in that award and his own experience. Established in honor of the late Pontiff, the award recognizes individuals who have made significant contribution to the Catholic Church as well as society at large in the different sectors and areas as they have been delineated out to us. The recipients of the John Paul II Vatican Foundation Award are selected as Father Lobo has indicated and shown that is exemplary service, leadership, commitment, and perhaps impeccable background of advancing principles of faith, peace, and social justice. The award serves as a tribute to the legacy of Pope St. John Paul II, who was known for his tireless effort to promote unity, compassion, solidarity, and dignity of the human person among all peoples. Kindly permit me to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the John Paul II Justice and Peace Center, Zambia, who received this award this year. And I think, as Father Lobo has said, this is the first time it's being awarded, which is a great tribute to this center. I congratulate the Chairman of Board of Governors, the John Paul II Justice and Peace Center, Father Leonard Molobo, the Director, Mr. Alfred Avuni, and the staff for their tireless effort to disseminate the Catholic social teachings and assist those in need. I also greatly appreciate the initiative of the 7 religious congregations who took the initiative to start this center. The Missionaries of Africa, Holy Cross Missionaries, Comboni Missionaries, Comboni Missionary Sisters, Missionary Sisters of Our Lady of Africa, the Society of Jesus, and the Mill Hill Missionaries for their foresight and effort to establish the center. I am deeply honored to be in the presence of such distinguished individuals who have been recognized for their outstanding contribution to the Catholic Church and the society at large. Your commitment to upholding the values of love, compassion, and service exemplifies the teachings of Pope John Paul II and serves as a shining example for others to follow. As we gather here today to celebrate the recipients of this prestigious award, let us also take a moment to reflect on the life and teachings of Pope St. John Paul II. His unwavering faith, profound wisdom, and the boundless love for humanity have left an indelible mark on the world, and his message of hope and reconciliation continues to resonate with the people of all faiths and backgrounds. In accepting this award, I urge each and every one of you to continue embody the spirit of Pope St. John Paul II in your daily lives. Let us strive to emulate his example of humility, forgiveness, and solidarity, and work together to build a more just and compassionate society for future generations. I have known that The John Paul II Justice and Peace Center in Kampala, Uganda is a Catholic organization dedicated to promoting social justice, peace and human rights in our region. Established in honor of the Pope St. John Paul II, this center works to address issues of poverty, inequality, and conflict through advocacy, education, and community outreach programs. I have come to understand that the mission of the center is to uphold the teachings of St. John Paul II on social justice and peace, and to empower individuals and communities to work towards a more just and peaceful society. You provide training, resources, and support to local communities, organizations, and individuals to help address social injustice and promote reconciliation and peace-building efforts. Your center offers a variety of programs and initiatives aimed at promoting human rights, conflict resolution, and community development. You also work to raise awareness about issues affecting marginalized and vulnerable populations and advocate for policies and practices that promote social justice and peace. Overall, the John Paul II Justice and Peace Center in Kampala plays a vital role in promoting social justice, peace, and human rights in Uganda and beyond. Through your work, notably with the refugee communities in a Bidibid refugee camp, the advocacy against human trafficking in Uganda, and the training about good policing, you give to the Uganda police and exemplify it with their presence here. To mention a few of your activities, continue to uphold the teachings and legacy of Pope John Paul II and inspire others to work towards a more just and peaceful world. The Center's effort to widely disseminate the Catholic social teachings are also most commendable. The Catholic social teachings are a set of principles that guide the Catholic Church's approach to social and economic issues. They are relevant to society in many ways and can be applied to a wide range of contemporary issues, including in our own Uganda today. By applying these principles to real-world problems, individuals can work towards creating a more just and equitable society that promotes human dignity and well-being for all individuals. Once again, I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the recipients of John Paul II Foundation Vatican Award. Your dedication and selfless service to others are truly commendable, and I am confident that you will continue to make a positive impact on the world in the years to come. May the blessings of Pope John Paul II be with you all, and may his spirit guide and inspire you in all your endeavors. And I thank you for your kind attention, and God bless you. It is my singular honor at this moment, I think I might say for the first time, that I have to call the Apostolic Nuncio to the board to come and address this congregation. Your Excellency.
Good morning to all of you. I am happy to greet all of you in this special occasion as Apostolic Nuncio to Uganda, representative of His Holiness Pope Francis to this beautiful country. We like to greet the government officials today present and to thank for their participation in the event, the provincial superiors, Reverend Fathers, Reverend Sisters, and of course to greet and to congratulate the second Justice at Peace Center, the chairman of the board, Father Lobo Leonard, the director, Mr. Avuni Alfred, the members of the board, and all the people who collaborate with this important institution. Congratulations for this important award, first time from the Vatican Foundation, St. John Paul II. It is also an occasion for us to reflect, to consider the importance of this Pope, John Paul II, and also about the activity of the saint. John Paul II, now saint, was Pope number 264, or we can say 263, successor of St. Peter. He was Pope during 27 years, so the second longest pontificate, the 2000 years of the Church. Longest was the Pope Blessed Pius IX, 32 years. But Pope John Paul II proclaimed the blessed. He was elected Pope when he was 58 years, so he was quite young, and for this reason he was able to visit the majority of the countries of the world, also to visit Uganda, not only for one day, but for 1 week. So the Pope, February 1993, he visited not only Kampala, but also he was in Ngulu, Soroti, and Kasese. I don't know when another Pope will able to visit these places, and of course Pope Paul was also surprised to see the beautiful cathedral of Gulu when he visited, and also to visit Soroti, and to visit also Kasese. Also the Bishop of Kasese of the time is alive, now the emeritus Bishop of Kasese, Bishop Egidio. It was the Bishop Martin Uluga to receive the Pope in Gulu, and also Bishop died recently, Bishop of Soroti, received him also in Soroti. So, and of course the Pope visited the shrine of Namugongo first, the Anglican shrine, and after the Catholic shrine to celebrate also the Holy Mass. The first encyclical letter, the program of John Pope was elected, was this Redemptor Hominis, the Redeemer of humanity. Jesus Christ is the center, the universe, and of the history. The new Pope wanted to present again the person of Jesus as our Savior and our Redeemer, and in all his ministry, in all his life, offering a great example of faith in Jesus as our Savior and Redeemer. Jesus present in the church as his body. And also the Pope advocated a lot for the human beings. It was to promote respect, to promote dignity, the rights, the inviolable rights of every person, created an image from God. So there are these two aspects, the aspect of the faith and the aspect of the respect, consequence of this faith. Teaching of St. Paul, the most important gift the most important charism is not the gift of languages, not to speak many languages, but the most important charism is love, is charity. So the Christian faith is a practical faith. This aspect is important. It's not only issue of feeling, issue of speak. It's important to speak. Yes, we can speak a lot, but it's a practical faith. So it's a style of life. It's a respect of people. It's service, forgiveness, promotion of peace. And the great example of what is Christian faith are the martyrs. We are now in few days in this preparation of the feast, of the celebration of the martyrs. The martyrs, the Christian faith were not only issue of words, because they had to take a strong decision, also decision about their own life. And they did this decision to follow Jesus also in the challenges, in the hostility, in the persecution, in the difficulties. So now, this occasion today to thank God for the gift to the church and the humanity of the Saint John Paul II, for his dedication and his service to the church, to the humanity, and also to ask the protection of the Ugandan martyrs now in this celebration, that we can also for us to be concrete in our Christian faith. And concrete means to do these witnesses, these examples, with testimonies of charity, service, forgiveness, reconciliation, promotion of peace. I'd like to congratulate the John Paul II Justice and Peace Centers and to present my best wishes to continue the activity, not only to continue, but to grow, to do more in this service to the people. The needs are many, but of course everyone can give this contribution to have a better world and to help the people to fulfill their life, their aspirations, especially for the youth, the poor, and all the people in need. Thank you very much, and God bless all of us.
So at this moment, our Apostolic Nuncio is going to unveil the award. I would ask Father Leonard Olobo to lead the delegation together with the director and Monsignor Cansivante. The paparazzi, hope you are ready with your lenses. You need to take good shots of this historic moment. It's delicate and they're cutting it delicately, gently. That's good. Yeah. heavy. It's weighing about 10 kilograms, most likely. Okay. It looks like we're almost getting there. Okay. Father Lobo, I see you getting some challenges. Okay. Yeah. So I invite the nuncio to get closer, and then you pick it from there. It's heavy. Wow, so you can, okay, it's quite heavy. Okay, so you can get to the center. All right, let us give a round of applause. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. And the other one? Yes. Is it okay to interpret the Latin? Is it possible?
The Vatican Foundation, St. John Paul II, according to the status of the foundation and also the decision of the board, has given a recognition of the activity in favor of justice, charity, social charity propagation, and established this, give this award, Saint John Paul II, Sedi Justitia et Pacis, Ioannes Paulis Secundus, Campale, to center justice, peace, John Paul II, Campale. Okay? Testimony is decision. There is these testimonial letters with the seal of the foundation. Dan Abel Planning, the president of the foundation, given in Rome the day 22nd May in the year 2024. 22nd of May is also the day of birth of John Paul II, 1920. This is a beautiful document. So
I wanted, we shall have an official photo with the nuncio, Father Lobo, the director, and the representative of the Archbishop as we are holding these awards. We can be seated briefly. So we have almost come to the close of our function, but there is something very, very important that we are left with, knowing that part of the mission of this center is environmental conservation. As co-creators with God, we are going to have a tree planting exercise. There will be a memorial tree planted by the Apostolic Nuncio together with all of us here as witnesses to this mission of this center, and also that's what's going to take us next. So after the tree planting exercise, we shall gather for lunch. Immediately after the tree planting, lunch, but of course we'll also have a memorial photo below the building with each of us here. I believe we would do that before the tree planting. After we have taken our photos, then we get for the tree planting exercise. Once it's done, then we step up for lunch.
Thank you, MC. I would kindly would like to have some photos here in kind of categories. The first category of pictures which will be taken just here, I will request that together with the in company of Monsignor, that the government official take photo with His Excellency in front here. After the government officials, we shall need the Board of Governors to have their pictures taken. Then after the Board of Governors, we shall have all the religious leaders who are here to take photo with His Excellency, and then the last will be the rest of the guests. So can we start with the government official? I'll request His Excellency to stand in front, accompanied by our Chairman Board and Monsignor. Government official, even though you are lecturing in the government institution, you all requested to come here.
Board of Governors, next. Religious leaders, all the religious leaders. Pastor, you're welcome. All religiously, regardless of the faith. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Religious leaders. Yeah. Alfred is joining the religious leaders. Okay. All the partners, civil society organizations, all the partners, Caritas, Ayuda, even the tenants. Laudato Youth Initiative, partners. Okay, let us move down for the tree general photo, then tree planting.